Hey everyone, welcome to Catholic Girl Talk. Today, Lauren and I are talking all about relationships in high school. Disclaimer, we have never been in a relationship before. I just graduated high school, I'm about to be a senior, but we just start out by saying there's just so much pressure to be in a relationship. And how do we deal with that?
Yeah, so we were trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about, and one of the main things that we really came to the conclusion of is that how much pressure there is in our society to be in a relationship, and how if you're not in one you feel kind of left out, or you feel like you're not a part of the norm, and in a relationship defines who you are. By not being in a relationship myself, and I know Olivia agrees, it's really helped me see the positives of not dating. And some of those things I've realized throughout high school by not dating, I get way more time with my friends, and my relationships with my friends have grown so much deeper. And I know girls who spend all of their time with their boyfriends, and I just feel like they don't have deep friendships like I do, and I just feel so blessed to have friendships with really great girls. And I'm not saying that you can be in a relationship and not have friends, because that definitely is, and I know we've definitely talked about how you need a balance, but
something too, it can help you without all that pressure of having a guy that you're constantly in a relationship with. You have more freedom to just do what you want to do, and discover who you are and what you enjoy doing. Lauren plays volleyball. She's awesome. And
it definitely spares you from a lot of emotional drama. If you're in a relationship and it's not going the greatest, that's going to cause you a lot of stress. Yeah, that's going to cause you a lot of stress. And let's be honest, high school is stressful enough. I have enough stress with my schoolwork and all my activities. I couldn't have even imagined having a boyfriend and trying to squeeze in time to hang out with him and stuff like that. And really great, like Olivia said, to find out who you are and just take time to deepen your friendships with.
So there's all this pressure today, right? But then maybe you have the desire today in high school. And I know this is something I've experienced, and I think it's just so natural to want to be pursued by a guy, to want to have that excitement. One of the things that I did with this, desire, because obviously I'm not going to go seeking out a relationship, don't see that, leading anywhere right now, but I decided, okay, in my time, I want to do something that is going to be fun for me and help others, and that's one of the reasons I started Catholic Girl Talk. I've actually never said that before on camera, but that was one of the reasons. One of the other things that has helped me a lot is in prayer, just letting myself be loved by God, and really praying and going deep into that. And that takes practice, and it takes some effort and some work on your part to show up to prayer. But just know that Jesus pursues you. Jesus, who died on the cross, there's a guy who did that for you, is just incredible. Already you are loved and pursued. And so I think just knowing that really can help a lot.
So if you feel a deep desire to be in a relationship, like most girls do, because like you said, it's a natural thing, but just know that you have to be content with your relationship with God first, and know that God loves you more than anyone else ever could. And
I finished reading Emily Wilson's book, Go Bravely. Guys, I love this book so much, and I love Emily Wilson. She's my
role model.
I'll post her everything below so you can follow her if you don't already, because she's the best. Her book has a chapter on dating, and I love what she says. I'm just going to read a little bit. She says, if you feel that desire to date, it can be helpful to ask yourself, why do I want to date? Is it because I want someone to pay attention to me, or is it because I want to learn more about qualities I would like to find in a future husband? Is it because I want to have a guy to hang out with, or because I want to grow in virtue with someone? And then even you can ask yourself those questions if you already are in a relationship. I think it's just so important to examine your motives, right, for dating. And like Lauren was saying, you have to be content with Lord first before you can ever find there's that God-sized hole that only God can fill. And then once that is full, then the Lord has different plans for everybody. So some people are going to meet their future spouses in high school, Though that seems sort of rare, but some of them are going to be in college, some are going to be after college. But I've just seen so much drama and heartache that comes from my friends who've been in relationships in high school. So that's why I'm not in a relationship. I think it's just always good to just proceed with a lot of caution and a lot of discernment.
A lot.
Yeah, talking to like priests, good mentors you have. But if you're watching this and you are in a relationship, you're like, what are these girls talking about? They're like, I have to break up with my boyfriend like
Even
now.
know what they're talking about.
Yeah, because we've never even been in a relationship before. All those bad comments down there. Are in a relationship.
I definitely think like re-examining your motives and just making sure that your relationship is a healthy one and that you're both, because the point of relationships, especially like when you're married, is so you can go to heaven and so that you and your spouse can go to heaven. And you and your significant other are not in like the purest of a relationship, like that's not really helping you in any sort of way. So just like making sure you have good intentions on both ends. And
yeah, if it's an unhealthy relationship, right, definitely distance yourself from it, or do change the way that is, because that's not helping you or the other person.
And it's just going to hurt you more in the end. Another thing that, like, what I've noticed from not being in a relationship, I know a lot of people who are in relationships right now, and like Olivia said, I just graduated and everybody's going off to college and they're like going to different colleges, and some of them are like 3+ hours away. And I couldn't really imagine doing that. I mean, if you're like a long distance person, good for you. But I just think that's another thing to think about. Like, when you graduate, your life changes a lot.
Right.
And like, where's your boyfriend and girlfriend going to fit into that?
Like what Emily says in this book, she says, date with purpose. So you're not just wasting your time, right? Being very intentional.
And I actually was watching Emily Wilson's live story on Instagram last night, and she was talking about how like physical attraction isn't the most important thing either. Like you don't just like turn down a guy or a date just because you're not attracted to them or something. Because like Emily was saying, like they could have like a beautiful heart and that would be way more attractive than their physical appearance ever would be. That really like stuck with me, because I think a lot of times our society focuses on looks and how somebody appears, and there's more to a person than what you see on the outside. So getting to know somebody's heart is really important.
So if you're in a relationship, like, it's great advice right there. If you're in a relationship, make sure you have a good group of girls, and if your guy friend or your boyfriend, make sure like he has a good group of guys, because that is just so important to have that, because there's stuff you talk about with girls that you just can't talk about with guys, and like
girls need
those,
girl time,
right?
Guys need guy time.
Yeah, and it's so important to growing in your who you are. And it's hard to explain, but like you really do, guys. So if you don't already, try to build up that good, strong group. And here at Catholic Girl Talk, we'll help you and give you some more tips on friendship. So we hope this helped you. Just some of our initial thoughts on dating in high school.
Yeah.
We hope that you, follow on social media. Instagram is really where you'll see lots of my more daily inspiration. Subscribe to Catholic Girl Talk. Click the bell notification so you actually know when I post videos. And like this video, comment below. And I hope you have a beautiful week.
Yes, thank you.
Bye. Okay, we don't have any bloopers, Lauren.
We could make some.
Okay. Lauren is the best person to be talking about this.
So
you have to read this book.
Shout out Karis, who was in a couple videos ago. She bought me this book. Before this video started, Lauren decided to do all the bloopers off camera. Sorry, guys.
Guys, we want to ask you, do you like seeing bloopers? And would it make you watch the whole thing if you saw the bloopers at the beginning? Because I know people view these for like 3 minutes at a time, and I'm like, watch the whole video, guys.
Yeah, I like the bloopers myself.
Anything else?
Want to hear a funny story? I had thought you taped it. We like taped these little microphones. I didn't even know we got the microphones. I was like,
surprise!
This is high tech. But I taped it to my skin. And then I was like, this really hurts. So I was gonna like try to like make it not as sticky, so it like sticks me a little bit. And I was like peeling it off and it hurt so bad. And Olivia was like, you taped it to your skin? And I was like, yeah. So it's taped to my shirt now. It's not pulling.
Guys, if you ever start a YouTube channel, tape the microphone to your shirt, not your skin. Your boyfriend over there. But
yourself, well, friendships with yourself.
she did it.
Friendships with yourself.
Guys,
I'm a loser.
Lauren has this like really great relationship with herself, guys.
Yep, me, myself, and I. Sky, the sunset has been so pretty these last few nights. It's making me so happy. Look at it.
There.
Wait, I can't even talk straight. Graduated from high school, but still.
She does. Like awkward bloopers of me taping.
Fixing your
No, I moved the camera.
That would be a great blooper. Wait, I need to move this blanket because it's awkward.
You can move it. Okay. You just look taller than me.
Oh, it's okay. I look taller than everyone. Disclaimer?
Yeah.
What's a disclaimer?
We've never been in a relationship before. No,
That's hilarious. We're like, we're gonna give you advice, but I mean,